someone who is not an American, as far as I'm concerned, who we're going to talk about next is Jim Clapper, Jim Clapper, and John
Jim has the
Brennan.
Clap
clap.
off. There we go.
Yeah, clap on, clap off. So
Yeah.
he's about to be clapped off from a number of things. Some of you know I've been texting with people over the weekend. I won't go into too much detail here, but suffice it to say that organizations that Jimmy Clapper belonged to, well, they're sweating bullets right now because
Mhm.
my goodness, he may be indicted, and he and John Brennan. Now I'm going to tell a little story here because Mike Flynn was fired by them, and I there's no secret here. I warned Mike personally because I was on the transition team back in 2016. I said, "There's no way that they're going to let you come back in and be their boss of the community." And I told this to Mike Flynn at Trump Tower. I said specifically that, because he had told me this story about Jim Clapper, John Brennan, and some other knucklehead. I never remember his name, but he's one of the guys
Let's
in,
call him Billy.
yeah,
Yeah.
called him in, and basically because Mike Flynn had correctly said that, hey, ISIS is not the junior varsity during hearings. He said, no, they're a serious threat. God bless. Mike was right about that. He's not always right, but he was right about that. And oh my goodness, that let the cat out of the bag. And they were upset with him because he was, quote unquote, not a team player. So they fired him, and then come on, we all saw the writing on the wall. Nobody's going to let Trump and his team just kind of waltz in. And I told that to Mike. So here we are. The worm is turning, I guess. I guess that's a term I can use. But let's talk about Jim Clapper and John Brennan. And this, right, Chris, we had Thomas
Yes,
Special
Thomas
on,
Special, yes.
who got the poke in the chest from Brennan, which was good. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. And it's great. It's a great interview.
Colonel
Oh, come on,
Colonel
And
Tony
Tony. Tony,
Shaffer.com.
Tony.
Yes.
I know you have both their phone numbers. Just go ahead and text them and get them on here. Let's get
we'll
Brennan and
get him on
Clapper
next
on
time.
here right now.
Well,
Well, no, let's
I
just
don't.
invite them on now. Just bring them on
Well,
now.
Oh, look,
I
hey, look, gentlemen, when I was talking about this a while back, I think with you, Tony, on the air as well. The idea is the question I was given a long time ago by other people I speak with is, do you
yeah,
think these guys will ever really get indicted? Do you think they'll ever go to
I
jail?
think they will. Oh,
I
I
think
think they
they will,
will.
and the reason is not because of what they did. It's because the deep state is circling the wagons around the very important people who are, let's say, who have names that rhyme with Glogama and
They're getting
Splitton
nervous.
and
Yeah, they're getting
Splitton and people
nervous.
like that. That's right. But what they have to do is they all know that people who voted for Trump and people who are still even on the farther left want their pound of flesh.
Chris,
Yeah.
they're going to hurt somebody. They're going to bomb something.
Right. But they want these people want their pound of flesh. They figure, hey, let's cast aside two, let's just say, I don't know, useless appendages, if you will, as compared to who they're
Well,
protecting. And they're saying to us, hey, here you go. Look, these guys did everything while they protect everybody else.
well, let me say something to that. So I was talking to someone today about the fact that, and I don't regret anything I've done. Don't take my next comments as like being regretful because I'm not. I would not know General Holt or Pete or you all if I hadn't taken the path less traveled of being a whistleblower. So I'm not regretful. With that said, I got in a lot of trouble for telling the truth, for going against the grain and saying, "Hey, this is what really happened." And I paid the ultimate sacrifice of having my clearance revoked. It's been given back time. Whenever they need something, they always give it back. Just saying. And basically not being, allowed to put all the time in, which I really don't regret because I got to do other cool things. With that said, these guys have been walking free, lying. Jimmy Clapper was in front of Congress and lied to Ron Senator Wyden flat out
Mhm.
about surveillance, about all the stuff that goes on regarding U.S. persons. And then John Brennan, my God, John Brennan was the guy who was literally Doctor Doom, who had
He's a
something
communist.
called, well, he's a communist, but he also was the guy running
Even looks a lot asshole.
the Matrix. Basically, it was a kill list that President Obama let him put together. I'll think of the name in a second. I always forget it, but it's the something list. I'll Google it. But my point being, both of these individuals, had they been Republicans, would have been held to high account by now. So first to you, Pete, what do you think about John Brennan and Clapper being held accountable?
Well, I would my guess actually is I suspect both.
Oh,
of them
and Pete and I saw Jimmy Clapper a while back, just recently.
did.
Remember?
My guess is that both of them will be held to some sort of standard. They will be indicted. I would not even be surprised if they were found guilty. I would be very surprised if they actually serve time. And I think that there is going to be some sort of effort to strike some sort of deal that they be found, guilty of lying to Congress or something, and it left at that. And so that there is.
I don't know. Peter Navarro and
Yeah.
Oh, I know. They're right. I mean, there are
went
folks
to
who want
jail.
want a pound of
for lying to
flesh.
Congress.
I think there's going to be some sort of effort to find some kind of compromise. But that said, I want to throw out just I just want to throw, if you will, a turd in the punch bowl here, because people stand up and defend the senior members of our intelligence community all the time. And my problem with it is that, well, they produce lousy intelligence.
Yeah.
So it'd be one thing.
We could tell stories. We could have a whole show on that.
Well, I mean, it's starting in 1941 and working forward. I mean,
Yep.
it's a long, painful list, and I could give you, I could talk for 15 minutes just listing events that we got wrong publicly, stuff you can find in the newspaper, and
Or that was got wrong purposefully.
and
The,
yeah, right,
the
and
manipulation.
Yeah.
just so the idea that somehow we're someone is throwing stones at Abraham Lincoln here because we're accusing a senior member of the intelligence community, that just ain't so. That just ain't so. The fact of the matter is the intelligence community has a horrible batting average when it comes to major events, and the horrible batting average really falls on the heads of the leadership, not on the rank and file folks.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Let me hit that real quick. Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's three in this book right here. So the first one was when I was still in command of Operating Base Alpha, which was we're basically being told to shut down because we're getting ready to invade Iraq. So like, okay. I was a planner on the invasion for Iraq. And so we show up one day, and Colonel Sadler, he was a moron, by the way, just for spoiler alert. He sits down at our planning session and says, "Oh, hold on a second. We have to start planning for the attaché mission in Baghdad." Like, what? What are you talking about? Well, we have to be prepared to put the attaché within 30 days of the war starting. It's like, what? What the hell are you talking about? Oh no, we have it. We have great sources that indicate that when we come in, whole armies are going to throw their weapons down. Women and children will be throwing roses at our feet. I have it in a book. It's like, and we're sitting there, and it's like we get a chill up our spine, like, oh boy, something is really, really wrong here. So the second thing, same issue, the night of the invasion, I don't want to say details, but we had assets on the ground, basically doing audibles to the front forces led by General Votel. He was a colonel at the time, that were doing hops. Basically, and you all would think this is not a secret, I don't think. But if it is, it's not going to be a secret anymore. Just saying. We had special operations forces, I'll leave it at that, who were basically hopping ahead of our invasion forces, trying to get to the suspected WMD sites, right? You want to get there before they figure it out. After calling audibles to the 10th site, there was nothing, not a thing. So the best intel of all of these locations, nothing, not a thing, nothing the night of the invasion. And so we're all sitting there, it's like, man, there's something really wrong here. So that's two examples right there that are not hard to find out, right? They're in the book. And another one in the book was when we were told to go take out one of Madier, one of the bad guys' deputies, incidental combat operations. I was working for McChrystal at the time, as a senior clandestine guy. And they come to me and say, hey, we believe in this madrasa. There's, and we had all this ISR, we have the big screens and all the stuff's flying around. And we got the video of this one spot in the middle of the mountains. We think that one of Mahdir's deputies are there, according to CI sources. Can we, DOD, the DOD clandestine service, can you get confirmation? So I contact the safe house. It's like, hey, Randy, how long would it take to get a team into this location? I don't want to get into specifics. No need to. But anyway, he comes back and says, about an hour later, we can't get there for at least 2 days. It's very remote. And so we can't verify it. So we recommend you waive off. So I go back. I talk to the JSOC Intel guys. It's like, we can't do it. We recommend you waive off. It's not worth. I said, if you want us to get in there, let me know and we'll get someone in there. But don't. I recommend you don't do a thing anyway. So I go away, come back. An hour, 2 hours later, they're about to strike the damn thing. And it's like, hey, I just told you guys we can't verify it. Oh, no. OGA, CIA. Oh, no, they're really sure of the source. They're really, really certain. It's like, we don't have a second confirmation. You don't know what's in there. Don't do it. Well, they do it. And so I am the guy in charge of the sensitive site exploitation teams, the FBI guys. So I go to Matt. Matt's in the book. Well, he's not Matt in the book, but he is in the book. I say, Matt, when you get on the ground, you call me on that Iridium phone and let me know what you see when you walk into that building. Y'all want to guess what he found when he walked into the building? Any guesses? I'll tell you, dead women and children.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's what I thought you'd say.
A tribe wanted revenge against another tribe. We got in the middle of tribal
So
warfare.
they
No,
fanned
that
him.
doesn't happen,
Yeah.
Tony. Come on.
Yeah.
So, to Pete's point, I have no problem with the fact that you're going to make legitimate mistakes. These aren't legitimate mistakes. These are things which are avoidable, and in multiple issues. And we could do a whole show on this, right, Pete? I mean, my God.
We could do a series on this.
Yeah.
And
And
by the
you
way,
know-
before I get off the topic, the pressure came from Central Command to do the strike on the madrasa because they had to show progress. We have to do something. Just saying. All right,
So
back
let
to you.
me-
Sorry, Pete. I just want to throw it in.
Let me take you
Yeah.
to this discussion we've been having about accountability and will it happen or not, and will big fish like this go or not. I don't know. I'm told yes that is going to happen, but I've been told a lot of things before. But
Yeah.
what I will say is I'm not really looking at that as much as I'm looking at the downside to this republic if we don't.